when you say no to things in the store, which most people consider that like that's being frugal or whatever. Hey there, my handsome and pretty little Cobras, and welcome back to the Cobras Nest. For those of you who are new, my name is Mignon Cobra and I make minimalism videos. So today's minimalism video is actually going to be one talking about frugality and this whole idea of saying no. So without further ado, let's just get into the video. Let's get it, let's go. So you guys know that on my channel, I have made a lot of frugality videos, just like I've made a lot of videos kind of bashing on frugality and saying that like it's not really about being frugal, but actually just being smart with your money, because I think sometimes frugal does enter the realm of being cheap, and you guys know that I don't agree with being cheap. I think that being cheap just hurts you and hurts your loved ones. So let's get to talking about that. I'm gonna keep this video real short. There are no tips in this video, but I just kind of wanted to address this idea and this notion that when you say no to things in the store, which most people consider that like that's being frugal or whatever, it's actually saying no to them, and I say them in the general consumeristic society, and actually saying yes to you. So I'll take myself as an example. When I'm at the store and I look at items that maybe I don't necessarily, either need or even want particularly, sometimes I tell myself, okay, if I bought this, I'm giving them, whatever brand that may be or that company, my money, and there's less for me. And I mean, yes, in exchange I do get the product. It isn't, if you deem a fair equal trade, then we're all winning here, right? But what helped me a lot with understanding frugality, at least for myself, or at least how I understand it, is there comes a point then, when do you start to say yes to yourself? And you may be thinking, well, buying the product means you bought it for yourself. Isn't that saying yes to yourself? I think about it in the opposite way. So the way that I see it is, and as I've mentioned in other videos, I pay the bank of that first. That's the most important thing. When I say yes, it's not saying yes to items, it's saying yes to me. So bank of that is like, okay, how much money are we getting this month? That's me saying yes to myself, and that's how much I'm giving myself. And so I give myself that much money, and then whatever left over, I can spend it and think, okay, all right, I'll say yes to them, but me first. I think that's the most important thing that I want you guys to take away from this video, is that frugality is about saying yes to you and no to them. It's not the other way around, not yes to them and so you buy all of this junk. Let's just call it junk for the sake of this video, and then saying yes to yourself last. You have not put yourself as priority, which I don't think is healthy. I think I want for my little Cobras to have a healthy relationship with money, because I think at the core of it, my minimalism journey has been as smooth as it's been, primarily because my finances have been in order. No amount of minimalism is going to help me when my finances were just a disorder. Even minimalism itself was such a struggle, and I've mentioned this in videos when I talked about minimalism is easier with money. It's money at the end of the day that makes everything so much smoother. So I want my little Cobras to understand that, like, yes, I think being frugal is important, but I think that being intelligent with how you use your frugality is the most important thing. There's no point in being frugal and hoarding your money if you're not putting your money to work. So I'm not saying go and buy stocks. There's plenty of ways you can rotate money, but what I'm just trying to say is when you start to understand that the priority is you, how much money are you paying you, that is the most important aspect. And then you can have your little treats and whatever. Like, I don't tell myself no in any area. I tell myself yes to what I want to buy and yes to how much money I want to pay myself. And I think, no, the companies and the products, they can wait. I'm worth more of my money than them. Like, I'm not out here killing myself to go and fatten their wallets. Nat's wallet needs to be fattened first, and then what's ever left over, the companies can fight it out and offer me a good promo or a good sale, and then the winner gets my money. Cheers to financial freedom.